Welcome to this mat yoga practice. So our intention is just to have a nice end of the day, stretch a little bit of everything, kind of coming down from your day, whatever fun and exciting things you've had going on. So we're going to start standing. You've had a busy day and lots going on in your head, lots going on in your body. So just take a minute and bring your attention into your body here. We're going to start with the breath. So bring one hand to your belly and the other hand to your chest. Just close your eyes. Take a couple of breaths here. You made it. You are in exactly the right place at exactly the right time. So just take a minute to bring your attention, to focus your mind in your body here. The hard part is letting everything else take care of itself. But see if you can just focus in here for a little while, giving yourself a minute to come down from your day. If you can, breathe through your nose. If that's not an option, just find a way to breathe that feels easy. Now keep a little awareness on that breathing. Let your arms come to your sides. Eyes can be opened or closed. We're going to start by moving the arms. What you're going to do is as you inhale, sweep your arms out to the sides, reaching up toward the ceiling as high as it feels good. And then when you exhale, reach out to the sides and all the way down, listening to the cries of the people around you, the cat around you. Inhale, reaching out and up. Exhale, reaching out to the sides and down. Now, as you move your arms, really reach out through your fingertips, extending through your hands all the way up. Extending through your hands all the way out to the sides and down. Do this a couple more times. Just finding that space, connecting to your easy breathing. Now, the next time you're reaching toward the ceiling, if you can, keep reaching toward the ceiling, keep breathing. And then just let your right arm come to your side. Now, on your next inhale, reach straight up through your right or your left fingertips. Think about pressing that left foot into the floor. Every time you exhale, really connect, pulling your belly button in that little bit. We're just trying to find that big stretch down your left side. If you like, you can lean your torso to the right a little bit. Keep pulling that belly button in as you exhale. You can even push your hips to the left a little bit, finding all that space down your left side. Breathe in easy. Now you're going to stand all the way up. Reach both arms up. And then as you exhale, let that left arm come to your side. Inhale, reaching straight up through your right hand, pressing that right foot into the floor. Every time you exhale, really pull your belly button in. So keep your spine tall, maybe leaning your torso left a little bit. Exhale, pulling that belly button in. Looking for that big, long stretch down your right side. You can even push your hips to the right as you reach left. Find that easy breath. Finding that space, that stretch. All right, now you're going to reach both arms up and then exhale, let both arms come down by your sides. Feel all the blood come back to your fingertips, adjusting everything as you need. All right, feel all that circulation through your shoulders, your hands. We're going to do a little forward fold here. If you like, you can sweep your arms out to the sides, reaching up first. And then when you exhale, you're going to bend at the hips, folding forward. Let your hands come down towards your feet, toward the floor. Now we're going to make a little effort here. So when you inhale, keep your knees bent, lifting through your chest. Just lift up halfway so your spine is parallel to the floor. Maybe reach your arms out to the sides. When you exhale, fold forward. Now, if you tried that and you're like, oh, that's no good, you can keep your hands on your legs, just lifting, flattening your back. Exhale, folding forward. I'm going to give you the side view. I'm going to do two more. Inhale, just lifting up halfway, maybe squeezing those shoulder blades together as you lift. Releasing the tension in your shoulders, your arms as you exhale. Maybe one more time. Keep those knees bent. Really just focusing on your shoulders, your neck. The next time you're folding over your legs, just relax your shoulders. Relax your neck. Try not to let your shirt smother you. Now, if you can, walk your hands out to the outside of your right leg. Let your nose drop toward that right knee. Maybe reach out through your left fingertips a little bit more, just taking a breath. And then walk your hands back to the center. Take a breath at the center. And then walk both hands over to your other leg, letting your nose drop toward that left knee. You can reach out through your right fingertips a little bit more, opening up that space behind your shoulder blade. And then walk your hands back to the center. Now here's the deal, folks. Hopefully you're arranged appropriately. We're going to come down onto the hands and knees here. Now, if you need to adjust yourself on your mat, take a second. If you need a little extra cushion under your knees, you can always make a little fold with your mat. And again, adjust everything. As you come onto your hands and knees, check out your hands a little bit. Maybe spread those fingers wide. So your index fingers, your pointer fingers are toward the end of your mat. If your wrists are really cranky today, walk your hands forward a little bit more. We're going to do a little stretch for the wrists. What I want you to do is just lean forward a little bit, pressing out through your fingertips, and then come back. If at any point you hit pain or you get a little pinching or tingling, that's too far. But if you can, again, just leaning forward that little bit, and then leaning back towards your knees. We're going to do one more, just getting that little stretch at your palms, your wrists, and then come back. All right, now I'm going to invite you to do this. If your wrists are always cranky, if you have injury, just skip this part. You can fast forward. If you can, you're going to rotate the fingers of your hands out to the side. So your index fingers are pointing, mine are beyond the edges of my mat, wherever it feels useful for you. All right, so this time what we're going to do is just lean a little bit to the right, so you get a little bit bigger stretch in that right wrist, and then come back to the center, and then a little bit to the left, and then coming back again. Ripping, tearing, shooting, pinching, tingling, these are all signs you've gone too far. Just pay attention. What we're looking for here is a nice stretch across the palm of your hand out through your fingertips. All right, now come back to the center. I got one more. See if you can rotate your fingers towards your knees. Now, if you can't get this far, that's okay. And again, you can move your hands so your hands are closer to your knees. That means the crease at your wrist is not so strong. Again, you're spreading your fingers wide. And then all we're going to do is shift the weight towards your knees a little bit. You're going to get a bigger stretch at your wrists. And then shift your weight forward. If any part of your body is going, this is a terrible idea, please listen to your body. Again, shifting towards your knees and then shifting forward that little bit. One more time, only if it feels useful. All right, now rotate your fingers forward. You're going to sit all the way back onto your heels. Now, if all the way back is not very far, that's okay. But you want your elbows to be on the floor so your shoulders can relax, your neck can relax. Even if your head doesn't come all the way to the floor, that's okay. Just let gravity do the work. Now check in. If you're having trouble breathing, if you don't feel like there's enough room for your chest or your belly, you can always open your knees a little wider as you sit back into child's pose, just to give yourself room to breathe. We're going to be here for just a moment. So let your body find a place to rest, to breathe easy. We're going to focus on those wrists again. Just make loose fists with your hands, and then rotate your wrists around in circles. Maybe go both directions with your wrist circles. All right. And then wiggle your fingers. Feel that circulation out through your fingertips. What we're going to do now is shift. So we're resting on the belly. Now, as you come down onto your belly, if you have glasses, you can take them off if you haven't already. All right, what we're going to do is either rest on your forehead or one side of your face. Arms are down by your sides. And then open your feet as wide as your mat. So we're kind of placing the body here. Feet are wide. If your feet are really crampy, you can stay on the balls of your feet. Arms are down by your sides. All right. So you want your feet, your legs to stay touching the floor. On your next inhalation, you're just going to lift your head, your chest, squeezing those shoulder blades together behind your back, reaching towards your feet. Try and keep your hands low. Don't lift your hands. Pull your shoulders back and down. And then when you exhale, you're lowering to the floor. I know that was a lot to think about. So even if you just lift a little bit, think about squeezing your shoulder blades together behind your back, reaching towards your feet. Hands stay low. Exhale, lower to the floor. We're going to do this a couple more times. Just breathe in easy. Maybe one more. The next time you're on the floor, let everything rest on the floor. Just take a breath. Now bring your legs a little bit closer together. So your legs are parallel-ish to each other. All right. Move your hands. So see if you can find a spot where your palms are resting on the floor, your elbows are resting on the floor, kind of like you're making a W with your arms. All right, so the tricky part here is not pressing with any of your arms into the floor, okay? We're going to do a little left-right coordination. I know it's the end of your day. If you don't know your left and your right, just pick a side. But on your next inhalation, at the same time, see if you can lift your head, your chest, extend your right arm. Your hand can stay close to the floor. Just lift that left leg. And then when you exhale, pull your elbow back, lower everything down. What we're doing here is strengthening across your back. So as you inhale, lift. This time, left arm, right leg. Exhale, pulling it back. Again, switching sides. And pulling it back. And switching. I'm totally going to lose this earbud. And coming back. Every time, folks. Let's do one more time on each side if you can. Paying attention, only going as far as it feels useful. The next time everything's on the floor, relax. Take a breath. Feel that strength across your back. All right. Now you're going to come back up onto your hands and knees. And then sit back onto your heels. Bend your elbows to the floor again. Knees can be wide, that's fine. Just find a space where your shoulders, your neck can relax. Breathe in easy. Now, if you can, keep your body in this position. Just walk your hands to the right a little bit. Maybe reaching out through those left fingertips a little bit more, pushing your hips straight back, finding that little extra stretch down the left side of your body. Just breathe. And then walk your hands toward the center. Maybe take a breath at the center. And then walk your hands over to the other side. This time reaching out through your right fingertips, pushing your hips straight back. Just breathe. All right, now walk your hands to the center. Come back up onto your hands and knees. And we're going to take care of the feet. So I just have to adjust everything. Feel free. All right, as you come onto your hands and knees, if your wrists have had enough, you can always stay on your forearms. All you're going to do is stretch that right leg straight back. So the ball of your right foot's on the floor, pressing back through your right heel a little bit. Feel the stretch along the sole of your foot, your calf, your shin. If you can, continue to gently press back into your heel. Just rotate out towards your pinky toe. See if you can feel the stretch at the joint of your toes. And then you're going to rotate towards your big toe. Keep pressing back through your heel, finding that stretch at your toes. Let's do it again. Rotating out towards your pinky toe, pressing back. Breathe in easy. And then rotating towards your big toe. Now come back to the center. Just find that center spot, pressing back through your heel. Now gently bend that right knee to the floor. Sit back onto your heels. I promise I haven't forgotten the other side. Just find a place where you can relax your wrists, relax your shoulders again. All right. Again, come back up, either to your elbows or to your hands, whatever works for you now. I know those wrists have been working hard. Now step your other leg back, that left leg back, pressing straight back through your heel. Find the stretch along your calf, the sole of your foot. If you've been sitting a lot, this can be a tight spot. Now just rotate out toward your pinky toe. Keep pressing your heel back so you get that little stretch along your calf, the sole of your foot, your toes. And then rotate toward your big toe, pressing back through your heel. Keep pulling that belly button in. Keep breathing easy. Let's do it again. Rotating out toward your pinky toe. And then rotating toward your big toe, pressing back. Now find that center spot. Give it one last press. Nice stretch, extending through your leg. And then bend both knees to the floor one last time, sitting back onto your heels, elbows to the floor. Again, find a place where you can breathe. If you need to open your knees wider, do that. And then if you can, keeping your elbows on the floor, just bring your palms together. All right, you're going to bend your elbows, lifting your hands so your hands come behind your head toward your spine. Tuck your chin a little bit. See if you can get that little stretch at the back of your neck. Maybe think about dropping the top of your head, the crown of your head toward the floor. Maybe even lift your hips a little bit. Take a breath. If you feel something and you're breathing, if you feel something useful and you're breathing, you're doing it right. All right, now straighten your arms, hands to the floor. You're going to shift, and we're going to come all the way into a seated position next. Now we're just going to take a minute here. We won't be here too long. But if you can, bend your knees so that your feet are flat on the floor, opening your feet wider than hip distance away from each other. We're going to move the spine a little bit. So as you exhale, pull your belly button in, maybe lift your shoulders towards your ears. And then inhale, sit up nice and tall, pulling your shoulders down away from your ears. Go back and forth. You find the movement that feels useful for you. Just connecting to that easy breathing again. Maybe one more time. And sit up tall. Keeping your feet wide, you're going to lean both knees to the right. Try and get your knees all the way to the floor. That left knee is in the arch of your right foot. I know it's a lot of left and right. You figure it out. Your left butt cheek can be up. Find a spot for that right hand. And think about keeping your weight down through your hips, not through your hands. So you don't want to lean into your arm, but just stay tall. You can bring your left hand across to your opposite leg. Every time you inhale, lengthen your spine. Every time you exhale, just twist. Only go as far as it feels good. Leading with that right shoulder. Maybe twisting a little deeper, leading with your chin. Maybe even look out of the right corners of your eyes. Breathe in easy. All right, now keep your shoulders turning right. Turn your chin the opposite direction. See if you can find that stretch along the right side of your neck, even if you just need to tilt your head back a little bit. And then turn your chin all the way to the right. And then you're going to bend that right elbow to the floor. Now bring your left arm alongside your head. Think about pressing your knees toward the floor, lifting your rib cage toward the ceiling here, really pushing down through that right elbow so you're not sinking into your shoulder, but you're nice and tall. All right, now you can bring your top hand toward the floor and then just rotate your chest. You choose. Maybe you're way up here. That is fine, but you find that space. We want gravity to be doing most of the work. Sinking in. Breathing easy. The only action here is as you exhale, think about pulling that belly button in, engaging your abdomen just a little bit. All right. When you're ready to come up, press your hands into the floor, straightening your arms, lift your knees up toward the ceiling, and then holding your legs someplace, just round your back. One time, squeezing those shoulders up high, looking for an even stretch along your back. And then sit up tall, and we're going to twist the other way. So both knees go to the left. Right butt cheek can come up, left hand to the floor behind you, right hand to your opposite leg. You'll figure it out. Every time you inhale, you're getting tall. Every time you exhale, just twist a little deeper, leading with that left shoulder, turning your chin to the left, even looking out of the left corners of your eyes. Now keep your shoulders turning left. Turn your chin the opposite direction. Try and find that stretch along the left side of your neck. Just breathe in easy. Now turn your chin all the way to the left. And then you're going to bend your left elbow to the floor. Find your side stretch. I know the twist is exciting, but find the side stretch first. Pressing your knees toward the floor, your rib cage toward the ceiling. Take a breath or two, finding that stretch, that space. All right, now we get to twist. So bring your right hand to the floor wherever it feels good. And pay attention. You might be different on this side. So find the place where gravity is doing the work. You can sink in to the twist. Every time you exhale, you're just pulling that belly button in. Feel that release with each exhalation. All right, instead of taking a nap there, we're going to sit all the way up, come all the way back to the center. And again, holding your legs just once, round your back, pull that belly button in, and then sit up tall. And then we're going to come all the way down onto your back, onto the floor. As you come onto your back, adjust everything. And then bring both knees in towards your chest. Wrap your arms around your legs and just rock a little bit from side to side. The idea here is to let the floor massage your hips, your low back. Finding that easy breath. And then once you've had enough, set your feet down onto the floor. Now we're going to keep those knees bent. Bring your feet close together. Arms can rest wherever you like. We're just going to move the legs a little bit. So on your next inhalation, go ahead and open your knees wide away from each other. As you open your knees wide, feel that little arch in your back. When you exhale, bring your knees all the way together, really pulling your belly button in as you go. So when you inhale, knees go wide, feeling that space, that stretch between your legs, that space across your belly. As you exhale, your knees come together, really pulling that belly button in. Do this a couple more times. Just finding the space, finding the movement that feels useful for you. The next time your knees are wide away from each other, let your knees stay wide. Maybe bring the soles of your feet together here. All right, so your body stays in this position. We're just focusing on the glutes, those butt cheeks. So on your next inhalation, go ahead and clench your glutes. The entire time you exhale, slowly relax. Y'all know this is one of my favorites. This is a really good isometric movement. We're going to add the hands. So on your next inhalation, at the same time, clench both butt cheeks, clench your hands into fists. And then when you exhale, relax your hands, spread those fingers wide, relaxing your glutes. I know it's a lot of coordination at the end of your day. See if you can find the focus. Inhale, clenching everything. Exhale, relaxing everything. Just do this a couple more times. Find the movement that feels right for you. All right, the next time you're clenching both butt cheeks, clenching your hands, stay here. Keep clenching, keep breathing. And then you choose, just relax one side. Keep the other side squeezing tight. Even if you can't relax all the way, that's okay. Just breathe. Now clench everything, both butt cheeks, both hands. And then slowly release the other side. Just letting go as much as you can. Oh, it might not want to let go, that's okay. And then clench everything. Now slowly, with control, release your glutes, spreading your fingers wide, stretching across your palms. And then just wiggle your fingers a little bit. Let your hands relax. Bring your attention back down to your legs. Bring your knees just halfway toward each other so you get a little bit of work on the inside muscles of your legs. Maybe feel your pelvis start to tilt a little bit. Keep breathing. Go ahead and bring those knees a little bit closer, holding here. Just breathing easy. Maybe bring your knees a little bit closer. And then bring your knees all the way together. Soles of your feet are on the floor. Keep your legs close. Take a second here. Just gently press your feet into the floor. Feel that subtle squeeze between your knees. Continue to press your feet into the floor. Continue to gently squeeze those knees together. And think about tilting your pelvis a little bit. So you're creating some space, a little stretch at your low back. Just let your belly be soft if you can. All right, continue to press your feet into the floor. Continue to gently squeeze those knees together, tilting your pelvis that little bit. We're going to add one more piece. Think about pressing the back of your neck into the floor. See if you can get that little stretch at the back of your neck. Just give yourself as many chins as you can breathe around. Now relax your neck. Relax that tilt of your pelvis. Relax your legs. Lift your feet up off the floor. Knees in towards your chest, hands on your legs. And then take your knees in big, slow circles here. Really what we're looking for is a little release through those muscles around your hips, that little massage at your low back, your sacrum. If you like, you can take those circles in the opposite direction. Just breathing easy. And then hug your knees in towards your chest. Maybe lift your head up towards your knees. And then set your shoulders and your head to the floor. Bring both hands to your right knee. Just stretch that left leg straight out onto the floor here. Really press the back of your straight leg into the floor. And then bring your left hand to the floor by your side. You want to try and keep both hips on the floor. On your next inhale, just open that right knee to the right side. When you exhale, come back to the center. If you're feeling frisky, you can straighten your right leg as you open it to the side. I am very tight today, so it's not going to go far. So pay attention. If the knee bent is better, that's fine. If you're feeling frisky, straighten that right leg. But try and keep both butt cheeks on the floor. Maybe one more. All right. Now bend your right knee in towards your belly. Keep that right knee in towards your belly. You're going to stretch both arms out to the sides, and we're going to do a little twist. So shoulders stay pressing into the floor as you exhale. Take that bent knee across your body over to the opposite side. As you inhale, untwist. Again, if you're feeling frisky, you can keep your right leg straight-ish. Exhale, taking that straight leg over to the side. You find the stretch that you need today. This is a little bit of effort, but it's also a nice stretch behind your knee. That hamstring gets a little action. If that's too much action, pay attention. Okay, we're going to do one more twist. And then we'll stay here. Now, the leg can be straight, your knee can be bent, whatever you want. We're just going to move this right arm a little bit. So bring your right arm down by your side to start. Really drop your right shoulder to the floor. All right, on your next inhalation, just raise your right arm toward the ceiling and bring it all the way to the floor above your head. When you exhale, bring your arm all the way back down by your side. Maybe turn your chin away from that moving arm. So as you inhale, arm comes to the floor above your head, chin toward the ceiling. On your exhale, bring your arm to your side, turning your chin away from your moving arm. Just find the rhythm that feels good for you. With a little bit of extra movement just to keep your brain involved so it doesn't go grocery shopping or go to sleep. The next time your arm is down by your side, let that right arm relax. And then untwist. Come all the way onto your back. Bend both knees in towards your belly. Wrap your arms around your legs. Maybe rock a little bit from side to side. If you like, you can lift your head up towards your knees here, curling yourself up into a little egg. And then set your shoulders and your head to the floor. Both hands come to your left leg. Stretch that right leg straight out onto the floor. Now take a second. Feel this stretch all by itself. Really pressing the back of that right leg into the floor. Take a breath. All right, now you're going to bring your right hand to the floor someplace, holding that left leg with your left hand. On your inhale, you're opening your knee out to the side, stretching the inside of your bent leg. Exhale, come back to the center. If you're feeling frisky, you can always straighten your leg. It doesn't have to be perfectly straight. Just open your knee out to the side, your leg out to the side. Exhale, coming back to the center. The entire time, both butt cheeks are pressing into the floor. Breathing easy. Maybe one more. Paying attention to your body. You can change it up. The next time your leg is in towards your belly, keep that bent or keep that left knee bent. Hands come to the floor someplace. Shoulders stay pressing into the floor. On your next exhale, you're going to take that bent leg across your body, wherever you have room, unless the wall's in the way. Inhale, untwist. All right, frisky. Keep your legs straightish, twisting, unless the wall comes into the way, right? Inhale, untwisting. So pay attention. Use the space, use the stretch that your body needs today. Shoulders stay pressing down. All right, the next time your left leg is across your body, you're in the twist, you get to stay there. You can rest your right hand on your left leg. Knee can be straight or bent, whatever you like. Bring your left arm to your side, really dropping that left shoulder toward the floor as much as you can. Now we're going to move your left arm. So on your inhale, raise your left arm toward the ceiling and then all the way to the floor above your head. When you exhale, at the same time, bring your arm to your side, turning your chin away from the moving arm. If this is too much coordination, that's fine. You can just move the arm. But see if you can keep your attention, keep your focus in your body, finding the stretch, finding the space that you need at the end of your day. Notice your easy breath. Maybe one more time. So the next time your arm is down by your side, Let that left arm relax. Gently untwist. Come all the way onto your back, bringing both knees in towards your chest. Wrap your arms around your legs again. Just rock a little bit from side to side. And then holding the backs of both knees. Feel that spot where your back feels supported, your low back feels supported. On your next inhale, you're just going to straighten both legs toward the ceiling. So if you didn't get that hamstring stretch before, you can now. We're being nice and symmetrical. Easy for the brain. The next time your legs are straight up toward the ceiling, if you can, keep your legs straight up toward the ceiling. Really pull that belly button in. If you're feeling frisky, lift your head, your chest toward your legs. Walk your hands up toward your feet, holding your legs wherever you can. Gently set your shoulders and your head to the floor. Maybe bring your legs with you. Get that little extra hamstring stretch. And then bend your knees, setting your feet down onto the floor. Maybe do a little space, a little extra twist if you like. A little extra stretch on the insides of your legs. Just wiggle your legs around. Find that space through your hips, your low back. And then find a place where your legs can relax. If you can, stretch your legs straight out onto the floor. If that's too much for you today, you can keep your knees bent. We're going to do one last thing. Just bring both arms to the floor above your head. Nice long stretch through your whole body. And then maybe stretch a little bit more through your right side. Maybe press out through the sole of your right foot, reaching out through your right fingertips. Take a breath. And then just gently stretch through that left side. You don't want to torque your hips too much. Just let it be easy. Let it be subtle. And then let your arms come all the way down to your sides. If you feel like you need to do one more movement, if you need to bring your knees into your chest one more time, whatever you need, you are not forced into stillness here. But just find a spot where your legs feel supported. Find a spot where your arms can rest easy. Being intentional here, just resting on purpose. And then take a second. Feel your body resting on the floor. Just notice that spot on the back of your head resting on the floor. Feel any sense of heaviness or weight in your head, your thoughts. Just imagine everything relaxing, melting toward the floor. Recognizing the support of the floor underneath you. Consciously relax the muscles of your neck and your throat. And then feel your shoulders, your arms resting wherever they are. Letting any sense of heaviness or weight in your arms relax, melting toward the floor. Now bring your attention all the way back up your arms across your chest, your shoulder blades. And then notice where your back is making contact with the floor. Feel the whole torso resting on the floor. Just becoming aware of that gentle pull of gravity through the center of your body. Consciously relax any tension you don't need here. Feeling your shoulders, your back, your hips resting. Totally supported. Just feel that easy breathing. Now focus your attention down at your hips. Let the weight of your hips, your legs rest. totally supported. Any sense of heaviness through your hips, your legs, melting toward the floor. Consciously relaxing the muscles around your hips, your glutes, your pelvis, your groin. And then keep relaxing all the way down your legs, past your knees, all the way out to your heels, all the way out to the tips of your toes. And just let your body sink toward the floor. All you have to do is breathe in this moment. If your mind wanders, if your mind's still active, just notice. The invitation here is to let your mind soften and relax the same way your body is relaxed. Creating a little space in your mind, a little rest, just for this breath. Focusing your attention right here for just this moment. Now you can continue to let your body rest here. Just let the video play out. When you're ready to come back slowly. Maybe wiggling your fingers and your toes. Maybe stretching any place that got a little stiff during your rest. Taking your time, moving on purpose. And as you slowly come back, see if you can maintain that space, that stretch in your body, that space that we created in your mind. Letting your body come down from your day. And just congratulate yourself for taking this time. Nice work. Namaste.